hello, and welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and today is Monday Q&A day. I hope you are doing well. And if you are joining me on the replay, thank you so much. I'm glad that you have popped in as well. Sorry you didn't catch me live. If you'd like to catch me live, I go live on Mondays at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and on Wednesdays the same. So Mondays and Wednesdays on Facebook at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, with new videos coming out on every Friday on YouTube. So I am no longer doing live videos on the other days of the week. However, the archives are available. We have some curated lists, and they have different topics of what happens on those days. So I'm so glad that you have joined me. Welcome, welcome. And of course, after the replay, you can rewind and find out what you may have missed if you join in later, and that's okay. So we're gonna jump in. If you've got a question, let me know. I will try and answer that. And I'm so glad that you're popping in. We also have the giveaway going on. So if you pop over, we'll get the link to you later to my website on the blog. And that's where you go to enter in for that. And you've got multiple options for multiple entry points so that you increase your chances of getting one of these two books. One is for the States and one is international, given by the author herself. herself. Anyway, Kathy Norris, well, she signed mine, so I'm expecting she's going to sign yours. So anyway, this is great. This is the Loom Knit Samplers Kit, book. Anyway, good morning, hello and welcome everyone. Hi Chris and Robin and Susan. Hi Heather, hey Sin and Brenda and Joanne. Glad to know you're here. Hey Chris, thanks for sharing the video. I appreciate that. Hey Ada, good morning. Sunshine, good morning, good morning. Hello. Someone asked me on the replay last week, how is it going being without caffeine? And I got to tell you, I'm not being a very good patient. If it was not that I'm a patient. Anyway, I'm taking like these. I'm doing this Laval thing, this Thrive thing, and I'm not doing very good at it because. Anyway, I get out of habit of doing stuff, and I don't take it all at the same time. So anyway, like I did not do my thing. But when you take these starter things, these pills during the day, and then you take the thing, you take a shake, but it has caffeine in it. So I'm just not adding coffee to the schedule. However, I was a bad girl yesterday, and I had 2 cups of coffee because I was serving up at my church. And I needed extra caffeine. And I wanted the taste. I missed the taste. So I was bad yesterday. I mean, I get the caffeine. It's just that kind of sends me over and above. So, hey, Joanne's got the link to the giveaway. Be sure and check that out. And I don't think you can click on it during the broadcast, but you'll be able to after. So after the broadcast ends, be sure and check that out. Hi, Lori. Good morning. Hi, I missed a few people. Oh, Alicia and Jill and Nicole, welcome. Hi, Carol. Hey, Gayla and Crystal. Alma. We will not tell, Heather says. Chris says coffee can be hard to give up. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Hey, Elizabeth. Robin says I couldn't loom knit all weekend and felt like I was in withdrawal. Oh, I'm sorry. Nicole says 2 cups isn't bad. Was it 2 cups? I think it was 2 cups. I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I did have more. I know. It's hard. Usually when I start with y'all's broadcast, I have like the 32-ounce Yeti. You would always see me with that. Sometimes it has water in it. I mean, because a girl's got to drink her water. With or without coffee. It counts. If I'm drinking it black, it counts, except that I like to sweeten it and put a little creamer in. So anyway, Carol, are you feeling better? She says after 2.5 weeks, I almost feel human again. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, her family has been riddled with being sick. Well, welcome everyone. Okay, so the book that we have going on is the Loom Knit Samplers book, and this is by Kathy Norris. It's a leisure arts book, and sorry the image isn't flipped on you. I don't think I can flip it. You know, if there actually are some new new filters and new advances available in Facebook Live right now, and actually, the funny thing is, I can't do it from my business account yet. There's actually some other things I can do, but I would have to do it from my personal profile. Isn't that crazy? So I could actually interview Kathy if I wanted to on a split screen now. Isn't that amazing? So if I was able to, like if she had an iPhone, I could have her join in and do a split screen, but I would have to do it from my personal account and make it public and tell everybody about it, or someone would have to share it to Good Knit Kisses while we were doing it. And anyway, I don't know why Facebook rolled it out for the personal ones versus business first, but anyway. But I could also flip the screen, and so you could read this darn thing, right? So anyway, I'm freaking out at all these things I've been learning about over the last few days. So forgive me if I'm a little like nerding out on all the technology video wise. So let's see. Heather says, have you ever tried essential oils? Yeah, I use essential oils. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if you're asking me or if you're asking Carol. Oh my gosh, we had a young girl over about a week ago, and she was having a migraine. She started to have a migraine when she walked in the door, and all the kids were going to be playing, and so she goes and lays on the couch, and I'm like, let me go get my stress away. I hadn't got my migraine one yet. My mom was ordering some for me. And we did the little rollerball thing above her eyebrows and the back of her neck. And then like 20 minutes, she's up and she's like, okay, I'm ready to play. I'm like, sweet. So her mom's like, I'm gonna have to get that, because she's been starting to have some migraine. So yay. Anyway, yeah, awesome for Facebook pages. It would be awesome. Nicole is saying. There are filters on here, and I could do some of the filters this morning and just be funny with you all. There's a Smurf one. There's a Minion one. Some of them look better vertical video wise. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to put the filter on. Y'all are going to be like, what? Okay. So anyway, so this is the book, and it has all these different stitches in it. You can win one of two, one for the States, one for international. And, I'll let you guys know who that is on Wednesday this week. So Wednesday, when I normally do, it's kind of whatever I'm working on. And then that will be announced. So it closes tonight at midnight. And so get your entries in. And whenever I say times, it's Central Standard Time. So you'll have to Google whatever time slot that is for you. And yeah. All right. So next order business. Quickie thing. I found out my local Joann's is not selling the Ultimate Sweater Machine anymore, and I had tried one several years ago, and forever ago I should have taken it back because I wasn't able to work it. And I don't know if it's just me, because I'd really tried diligently to do everything and all the little troubleshooting and stuff, and it just never worked for me. So it would be good for extra parts for somebody or whatever. I'm thinking about selling the parts that I could, or taking these back. I have extra parts, and then I have the whole thing. So if someone wants the other one and they're willing to buy these from me, we could do that. That way I kind of like, it sort of pays for the shipping or like, and pay for the shipping. Maybe we can work something out. So if you're interested in the Ultimate Sweater Machine, let me know. But I have the extension kit, and I have the row counter. So I bought those extra, and I never even got to use them because I couldn't even get the whole thing to stinking work. So anyway, or if you know where I can send that back, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even care if I got like an exchange for store credit, just because it just never worked for me. And silly me kept it in a box and kept forgetting to take it. And then when I finally take it up there, they're like, we don't sell it anymore. It's on clearance. Anyway, so there's that. So if you're interested, let me know. What else was I going to show you? I'm looking around. Okay, so this Friday and Saturday, I'll be releasing 2 videos on 2 yarns. And so in the video, it will show some of the colors of the yarn and some projects coming up with Yarnspirations. They're going to be free patterns. Yay! So one of them is a yarn that you've seen before, and it's gonna be new colors and new patterns, of course. And then another one is a totally new yarn. You haven't seen it yet. So get ready for those. Those will come up on my YouTube page. So they will go to YouTube. If you want to get videos when they're released on YouTube, go to youtube.com/goodknitkisses, sign up, subscribe, and then hit the little bell icon or the notifications so that you get email notifications, and that way you've got it. Also with the bell thing, if I go live, you'll get a notification for that too. So the days, I'll read it. I'm going to re-explain this because I've had a few people not understand. If I have a video that releases on just Yarnspirations where I write the blog for them and my video appears on their YouTube channel, the day that happens, I'll just go live on my own channel on YouTube. So every Friday I'll have something on there regardless of if it's a tutorial or not. But once a month, at least once a month, if I release something on Yarnspirations, I'll do a live video that day. Cool. Cool. So, oh, Susan, be interested in that? Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's talk on my, Susan, I think we're friends on my personal profile. So let's like put the conversation on there. So yeah, I'll need to get your address, and then I can figure out how much the shipping would be. Okay. Talk to you later, Robin. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we, your 2-year-old is looking at me. Hello. Hi. Obey your mommy. Oh my gosh. I have, my oldest is here today. She is not feeling well. She worked with me all weekend helping up at our church. She and I do video help. We do, it's called shading, and we control the open and closing of the irises in like 3 different cameras, and that go up on these big screens so you can see if you're further away or whatever. And anyway, so she worked all weekend with me and then started getting congested and stuff last night. And she woke up and she's like, hey, I'm like, okay, well, anyway, she wasn't feeling well, and she's in the school musical and has rehearsal tomorrow. And I'm like, rest up. Mama performer who's done musicals has got your back. So I'm like, one day is not going to kill you. And you had STAR last week. So we had STAR testing, which is the standardized testing in Texas. I forget if it's called STAR in other places, but it's like the state testing, which is, we won't even go into that. Oh, he smiled. Sweet. Okay, so what else do I have to tell you? So I've got 2 videos coming out this weekend. One's Friday, one's Saturday. We have the release of the winner names on Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to go over, I'm trying to think what we're going over on Wednesday. I have some projects I'm working on with you. Oh, one of the things, actually both of the things, there's going to be 2 things in the videos, one in each video for Friday and Saturday, of projects that are going to be coming this month. So instead of doing something from the lookbook for April, which I'll let you guys know, we'll have a blog on that. It'll release somewhere around the 11th or something. The new lookbook comes out then. Anyway, I'll be doing a pattern from the, I'll be doing a shawl pattern from one of them and a blanket from the other, Afghan from the other. So those will be this month. So nothing from the lookbook, but one's from new yarn, which is awesome. Yeah. So I had this stuff sent to me and I'm like, what is this yarn? I haven't seen this before. It's right over here in the, like within reach, and I totally want to just like give it to you and show you. So anyway, Ada says, I'm trying to watch you live on YouTube and can't. Don't know why. Right now, you mean? I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm just on Facebook right now. Yeah, but if you go to YouTube and you sign in, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and then there's like a little bell icon or something right next to the subscribe thing on my page. There should be like a way to hit it for notifications and stuff. So anyway, that's that. Does anybody have any questions for me? We had some extra questions last week. We had a ton of questions for me. Oh, I know. Oh, okay. So I give to something called Embrace Grace, and I do this twice a year. It's in the spring and in the fall. It's usually in April and November. The date kind of changes. Sometimes it's the very end of March, but usually it's April and sometime in November. And Embrace Grace is it's a nonprofit, and they actually help other churches and other nonprofits around the area and, well, around the world. They're in like 3 countries, and they're in I don't know, like 35 or 40 states now, and in several churches and other places. And they minister to young women who find themselves single and pregnant, and it was not planned, and they decide to keep the baby, but they need help. And so they go through classes every week, and they help equip them in stuff for life, and also support, if they don't have support at home. And they go through all this stuff, and at the end they throw them a giant baby shower, and then everybody gives them gifts, and they have like their own big table with tons of gifts. And so my group loves to give them all a blanket. And so, because instead of just adopting someone and buying something from the store, I would rather all of them have something handmade. My goal is to always have blankets handmade. So I didn't get the list until late this year, although I know it usually happens, but I've been so busy with all this other stuff, as y'all know. So I haven't even made any blankets this year. I made some beanies, and I'm going to give them, like, I have 2 of these samples that I was going to give them, the ones that I had made for your inspirations. And I have currently in my possession, I have about 5 blankets, and I need like 33 or 34. And I've had at least 10 people say they're going to send some. I've got a couple local people who are saying they're sending some. I've got my knit group tonight, but I'm still going to be short. And so if anybody would like to participate, you would just need to go and send that via my post office. Send me a message that you've done that if you decide to participate. And the post office box is, so it's send a Good Knit Kisses or Kristen Mangus, and it's P.O. Box 90, so 90, in Keller, Texas. That's Keller, and my zip code is 76244. So if you live outside the U.S., you probably don't want to do it. If you live in Texas, that would be amazing, because it would be get here faster. But we don't. The shower is April 18th, and so I'm trying to get everybody to send stuff by before the 17th, so that I have time to like open it up and check it out and lay it out. Usually I like to have a week in advance, but because this is so late, there's only a couple weeks left. And then what I do is I have a list of all the like things that the ladies wanted, and like birth dates and due dates and stuff, because sometimes people will send like a little cardigan or baby booties or hats, and so I wouldn't give that to a mom who had requested that same color with a baby who is going to be older by the time the shower rolls around. So I have their birth dates or their born date, because some of them are born during that time. And so anyway, so I match them up, I pray about it and everything. So if you're interested in participating in Embrace Grace, let me know. Let's see what else. I'm looking for questions here. Chris says, watching this, oh, she's working on the marshmallow baby blanket for the Embrace Grace. I love the way it feels. Awesome. Yeah, my marshmallow baby blanket, the crochet, that has been very popular. I usually do that and crochet that up. And we use, I've always used the Bernat baby blanket yarn for that. It just gets super fluffy. I nicknamed it marshmallow because it kind of pops up like a marshmallow to me. Sweet. Okay, Ada, I'm sorry you're having trouble. That's a YouTube issue. I don't know why. You may want to check your settings on YouTube. Hey, you ordered some more looms from Cindy Wood? Sweet. They're great. They're great. What are the colored pegs for, Heather says? If you used an S loom, if it's an S loom and they're different colors on the S loom, that's because the fewer pegs that aren't colored or are colored, depending on how she did it, those are ones you skip if you're double knitting and you want everything to be nice and consistent. But all her other looms, if she colors them a certain color, it's just either because you requested it that way, because you like the color, or you're trying to get it to look like another one. Like sometimes the Nifty Knitter loom, that is, well, first of all, Nifty Knitter, Provocraft is not making anymore. And the 48 peg got discontinued before any of the other ones did. And so there's less of them around. However, people know this and like really tend to take care of it. But if other people new come around, they're like, all these patterns are calling for the 48 peg Nifty Knitter adult hat round loom. What do? Well, Cindy Wood, you know, she was like, Cindy, who owns Cindy Wood Crafts, she made them and she painted the pegs purple. So they're nearly spot on the same gauge. I say nearly because the peg size is just slightly heftier for Cindy Wood, I want to say, because like the head of the peg is a little bit bigger, but the spacing is 5/8, which is correct. It has the correct number of pegs and everything. So anyway, there you go. And some of them she'll match to the other ones, to match the other Nifty Knitter. Nicole, on the 10-stitch blanket, I wasn't understanding how to do the join. Is there an easier way to join them? Nicole, there are different ways to join them. If you will download the pattern from Frankie, she talks about a couple of different ways to join them. What I'll say to you is this. The ways that she talks about and the way I show, whether you're doing needle or loom, you can join them different ways. However, the key is you're going to want to join them the same way every time. And if you change the way you do it, it's going to change the look. Now, if you want to test it and you're like, I don't want to test it when I start making the middle part because the middle part is the hardest part. And if I discover I don't like it, then la da da da. Okay, I have a solution for you. If you or anybody wants to test the join, then I suggest making making 9 ridges, 10 stitches wide. And you could even do it 5 stitches wide. That's fine. You could do it 5 stitches wide, make 9 ridges. So you're going to do 18 rows of just a test piece and then bind off. So cast on 5 to 10 stitches, do the ridges. So if you're on a loom, you're gonna, you know, knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row. If you're on needles, you're just gonna knit that many rows. Okay, that way you have that many, you have 9 ridges. Bind off. Then, play like you're adding them on. So you're gonna cast on, just go ahead and do a couple of rows to get started. And then, okay, this is my join row. And now I'm gonna purl back and I'm gonna join this row and then try that join. Okay. And then do the join that you want and run like half of it. Okay. Run half of your ridges in the same kind of join. Write down what you're doing. Okay. Whether it's on needles, whether it's on loom, write down how you're doing it, even like in long form, like, okay, I did this and I did this. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just your words, right? And then try a different way and finish the rest of it in the other way. Okay. And see which one you like. That would be my advice to you. Okay. And if you still don't like it, make a note, and you might even put like a colored stitch marker on that side, and then write on your notes, this color stitch marker, and then the other one, this color stitch marker, and then make another sample. And you could try like 4 different ways to join it if you want. I forget how many ways there are to join it. There's at least 3, maybe 4. So you could try different ways and see which one you like. Does that help, Nicole? It might help somebody else. Hit the love button if that helped you, or you think that's helpful if you've done it before and you understand what I'm talking about. Elizabeth, do you post these broadcasts on Facebook after they're completed in your video section, because I can't open them up in the main Facebook page? I miss many of them because my 3-year-old keeps you from it. Okay. Well, Elizabeth, I can't read the rest of it, so I'm not sure what else you said. Oh, good. Look at all the hearts. That's helpful. Elizabeth, it cuts off the rest of what you said. When you get really long, by the way, keep your questions short to like just a couple of lines, because if it's too much, Facebook cuts it off and I can't see anymore. If you are on Facebook and you're on my page, if you go to videos, then there are different playlists, and you're going to want to look at the topical part of the playlist and then click on that for more videos, and then you can see all the videos in that section. It's easier to see on a desktop or laptop, and you can go through the comments a little easier. If you're going from a mobile device, it doesn't navigate as smoothly, but you can still see it. It still has the playlist. It still has it. You just got to scroll through. Many of them, when you're going through the playlist like that and you click on it, you have to either skip the section you want to see more of the comments, or skip to the very end to see all the comments, or just play from the beginning, and then the comments pop up as they're relative to what time that someone wrote them in the video. So I'm speaking about comments because if I'm trying to find a comment and figure out what is happening, then I have to go back to that time, and it timestamps them. So that may be too much information. So Martha says, do you know how many countries see you on Facebook Live? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I've gotten them in from Brazil. I've gotten them from Australia and the UK, and of course Canada and US. I haven't had anybody comment that they were seeing me from Mexico, but they said they're from Mexico. I found out later they live here, so it would be interesting. I know countries that have English speakers. I'm sure Facebook would allow them through. I'm not sure if they promote me to other countries that don't have as many people speaking other languages or not. I'm trying to remember. Belgium. Someone said they were from Belgium. What did I say that one? Anyway, I know on YouTube, like, it's any language and anywhere. Like Malaysia was my number 5 watchers one year, and YouTube contacted me and they're like, why is Malaysia watching you? And I'm like, well, probably because they need to hand make something. They're an island country. Not Malaysia. It's Malaysia. Anyway, there was an island of people that was really watching me, and they're like, why are they watching you? I'm like, well, because I would guess that they need to make handmade things. So anyway, okay. Chris says there's no Embrace Grace groups in Northern California, so I'm an honorary Texan, and you're gonna support me. Thank you so much, Chris. Well, yeehaw and howdy. I'll have your stuff. I will give it to these ladies. They will appreciate it. I find out later they send thank you notes back, and they were just like, that's one of their favorite things from the shower. Because you think about it, diapers are going to come and go, pacifiers come and go, cute, like, oh my gosh, that bassinet is so cute. Well, not everybody keeps that stuff, but the handmade things, most of the time are kept unless they get super tattered. But even when they get tattered, people tend to keep them. Heirloom stuff. Can you imagine, you don't have any support at home, and then someone gives you something handmade. Somebody that doesn't know you hand stitched something with love for you and for your baby. And now you have something to hand down to them. Isn't that awesome? So anyway, I just love being able to give something handmade. It's just an incredible privilege and honor. And it's a blessing that we all can do it. That we have our hands or whatever we've got to hand make things for people to leave a lasting and loving impression. Carol says she's working on a marshmallow blanket. Oh, you're going to get it done in the next couple days? Oh, thank you, Carol. Well, that's going to come from Canada. Mwah. She has sent stuff out before, and you are such a sweetheart, and they love it. Hey, Joan. She's from Massachusetts. Alicia says, can we send a blanket and hat anytime? Yes, you can. Yeah, let me know when you're sending stuff, though, because I don't go and check the post office very often, and let me know, and I have to work it kind of into my schedule, and so it's better if you tell me, because otherwise I kind of just, I forget, because I don't receive stuff like all the time there, and like when I work directly with companies, I just have them send stuff to my house, but for my own family's protection, I don't advertise my home information, so I'm sure you guys are all fine, but I just don't put my house information on there. So, okay. Ada says she found the joining very easy. That's good. That's good. Elizabeth, okay. You watch on your phone. You'll look on your laptop. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Your granddaughter keeps you busy. I can imagine. She probably wanting to touch everything too. You see me in Puerto Rico. Awesome, Ada. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that you were there. I didn't want to say that and be wrong. Chris, yeah, I always make handmade things as baby gifts. Just made a blanket for my daughter to take a shower. To take to a shower. She was attending. To take a shower. Well, we can make things for the shower. Oh, Heather. Oh, your son's name is Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Sweet baby. Sweet 2-year-old. My mom called them the terrific twos. Speaking of grandkids, okay, so you saw the modern baby stuff. I keep calling it modern baby. It's not modern nursery. I just keep doing that. So for March, Modern Nursery was the name of the Yarnspirations lookbook, and the lookbook this month coming out is going to be all about, can I say, Joanne? I'm not sure if I can say. It's all about something else. It's household. So it's household coming up, and yeah. And I already know what the May stuff is, and I'm trying to decide what I want to teach you. And I honestly, there's a couple of crochet things I really want to show you, but I don't want anybody to get mad that I want to show crochet, because it'd be like, I want knitting or loom knitting. Please show me loom knitting. So, Heather, do you know? Okay, I'm not going to say. But anyway, yeah. But I'm not doing any from this month, but we will let you know. Oh, okay, she's just throwing words out there. Okay, she's guessing. Kitchen. Is it the kitchen? Is it the living room? Is it the attic? No, it wouldn't be the attic. Show the crochet. I will show it all to you. And there's, but the lookbook comes out after the 11th. But we'll do a blog. Joanne's already been working on the blog, so thank you. And you will see it, and I'm going to be adding some of my thoughts to it too. And yeah, some cute stuff. But I when I found out about the new yarns coming, I was like, ah! And I saw the patterns. I'm like, oh! And they would want to make this, and they would want to make this. And I've got one sitting right here that I really want to show you again. So, but that one's one that's out. It's just a new color. So I just flashed you my ball of yarn. You can't see it. I just noticed something, and I'm not going to point it out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm fighting myself saying something. Oh my gosh. What company is in a yarn? It's Spenrite. Well, that's generic. Yarnspirations. That's generic too. Oh crap, I can't. Anyway. Okay. So, I'm such a tease. I realized I had something out and I needed to do something. Yeah, lots of yarns from all companies. Yeah, there's a lot of yarn. Speaking of yarn. Yeah, from the companies. Now the giggles. Laugh is catching. The other yarn is not a cake. It's not a cake. Not a cake. I grabbed that one just because. Anyway, this happens to be there. Yeah. My laugh makes your day. Okay. Elizabeth called me a flasher. Hey, flasher. I hate spell check. What did you say before? Oh, I seen it. I sent it. LOL. I sent it. Oh gosh. Now the giggles. Okay. Yeah, I have as much fun as you do on my broadcast. Yeah. Good morning, Chandra. Hi. Okay. Okay. No, it's actually been a kind of a sad last few days. I'm trying to keep my heart set on some positive things. Do you remember last week, and I mentioned my friend, our friend of the family, and she has Nana Camp. Do you guys remember? And I was telling you that she is an awesome grandma, and she has over a dozen grandkids, and she calls herself Nana, or they call her Nana, and she has Nana Camp. And they actually have t-shirts and everything. And anyway, but her health has been declining, and we've known for a long time. And so I didn't know when I was saying it at the time that they had decided to put her on hospice. And I had found out after I got off the broadcast, and they were posting about it. And so she's not expected to live much longer, and probably sometime this week. And so, but my parents went over there and were visiting with her family, and she was in her room, but they were able to visit with her and or their family. And of course, I sent over, because I didn't want to like everybody go, so I sent like a memory of her and typed out this big long message. And so her husband read it out to their family, and they really enjoyed what I wrote, which was awesome that I got to say something without feeling like I was just marching in on being like, yes, this is about me. But so then they said that the family was kind of half joking, half serious, that they wanted to like produce like 150 shirts or more, and hand out Nana Camp shirts at the funeral. Because it's like everybody's part of her being their Nana. Like, she accepted other people, and other people called her Nana. And I never called her Nana because I didn't know her as a grandmother type. I knew her more as a mother figure type. So anyway, she was at this, we have these things called prayer showers at our church. Well, not at our church, just a group of people from this older church. We started at this one other church, and then a bunch of us moved over to this other one. And they were part of the group. And when you get married, they would have a bridal shower. And but this would be couples who were married like 25 years or more, and they would give you a gift of significance and go around the room and then tell you something significant about their marriage, and a nugget of wisdom for you, and a gift that was bound around that so that you would remember. And so I remember them part of that shower for us. It was really cool. Yeah, thank you for your prayers and your sweet comments. I really appreciate it. So yeah, her name's Mary Ann, and Mary Ann had surgery over 10 years ago, and she had surgery to help her with her weight. And she looked amazing after, but she had a lot of complications, and her body just never could heal. She had a lot of nerve damage, and just a ton of complications for the last decade. It's been really sad to watch. So anyway, she's an amazing person. And just like many amazing people here, you guys know about having a lot of hard pain, but smiling through it and really enjoying it, because she's just, peace and love are just on her. Like, there's just no other way to describe her. And she would giggle, like, you guys like my giggle. She's like that. She would giggle, and you're like, what's she laughing about? It's so fun. You know, just a cute little giggle and stuff. And anyway, love her. So anyway, I am thank you guys so much for your prayers and sweet thoughts. I just pray that she just passes peacefully, and it's not really hard on her, because everything has been just super hard. So anyway, I'm hoping I'll be able to attend. I'm like, please, you know, I hope it all works out for everybody to be able to come into town and everything. So anyway, sorry to bring you guys all down, but you guys, it's so crazy, because I did let her know. I was like, I just mentioned her on my broadcast, which is not normal. I mean, I wouldn't just normally just bring her up, but we were talking about grandkids and Nana Camp. And I think it's a really cool legacy, and other people are going to be passing it down. So, yeah, they all had like matching PJs. If you want to be like Nana and have a Nana Camp, like she would provide all of the kids, even like some of them are 20-year-olds, and they all have like these matching PJs, and they would have Nana Camp and do all kinds of brilliant, fun things together and go on trips and stuff. So it's pretty sweet. All right, so this week again, we have the giveaway. I'm gonna get back into work stuff. We have the giveaway for the book. Be sure and go click on the link after the broadcast and enter to get yours if you want to do that. And then there should be a link to purchase if you want. The book will be a hard copy book, so if you want a digital copy, you would need to download that. And, oh my gosh, I almost grabbed this thing. What? And then Susan write me about the Ultimate Sweater Machine. And keep your eyes peeled on YouTube. Be sure and check your notifications. Check your settings on YouTube to make sure, Ada, I'm sorry that you're not getting that. And yeah, so, oh, Chris, thank you. She says, I'm glad you share your ups and downs with us. Yarn gets us through. Yeah, we're a different family from a different part of the world. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all the love. Oh, real quick. If you know about the knit show from Vicki Howell, be sure and check that out if you want to support another artist trying to get a crafting show out there. It will be a YouTube channel. I mean, she's making it a bigger show, and I think she's going to have other people on the show. And she's having it like really nicely produced. I produce all my own stuff. I don't have a producer for mine. And so she's doing that, and she's having it sponsored and doing a whole bunch of other really cool things. So go check out Vicki Howell. And I'm a sponsor and a backer. I might do a little more later. But I did do the sponsor and backer. What? When? Heather says Doris Day passed. Did she just pass? What? Well, you're welcome for the shout out. I'm sorry. I just had a big old bummer hit me. Aww. I love Doris Day. Okay. I was just going to wrap it all up. You back to Friday. Elizabeth, yay, good job. Yeah, and Chris. Heather. Okay, so Doris Day passed away. Oh, I need to make a tribute to her or something. Sometimes I get on here and I start chatting about her. So we just bought the film Calamity Jane and showed my kids, and I'm like, oh, look, you know, when she's singing about Chicago, she's like, oh, I just blew in from the windy city is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling you, boy. Right? It's her birthday today, Doris Day. Anyway, don't eat the daisies. You guys are awesome. I love how varied we all are and all the cool, fun things that tie us together. It's so cool, right? All right. I love you all. We'll see you on Wednesday, and we'll see what I can show you that I'm working up. And be ready for Fridays for the stuff. Yeah, pillow talk. Oh my gosh. Okay, I could go on. I was just going to wrap it up because I got to get to work on my other stuff. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Send me some love. Happy knitting and crochet. Mwah! Bye, you all.